Hello there. Over the next week, I'm going to upload a series of very short videos about grifters. These are people who set themselves up as brands opposed to the lamestream media, and they create their own whinging, whining, snowflakey style content where they are always the victim. They see no irony in this whatsoever, by the way. Grifting involves pushing fans further and further to the right whilst fleecing them of their hard-earned cash, and people who want their biases confirmed absolutely lap it up. We'll be looking at grifters individually over the course of the next week, but let's just quickly mention CANDACE Owens, okay? She's the perfect example of a useful idiot who plays a race card when she defends Hitler. Yes, she actually did that. But this particular grifter has gone from reacting to headlines without reading a shred of the article that they're talking about, classic, to failing to read entire tweets before responding. This is hot off the press as it just happened a few hours ago, and it actually makes me slightly defend Piers Morgan, which makes CANDACE Owens literally one of the worst human beings in the world. Piers Morgan is tweeting, as most people are, about a man called Dominic Cummings, a strange-looking fellow who is the top aide of Boris Johnson, the UK's Prime Minister. For the people in Britain, he's basically an Alistair Campbell character. For people in America, he's basically a Steve Bannon character, although we're not sure of his views on race just yet, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. And basically, Dominic Cummings, whilst having symptoms of the coronavirus, instead of staying at home and self-isolating, went across the entire country to visit his parents whilst ill. Piers, annoyingly, has quite a good suggestion, and he keeps doing this during the pandemic. Don't make me like you, Piers Morgan, for crying out loud, okay? He says, fire Dominic Cummings tonight, Boris Johnson? Or why? Because otherwise, why should anybody heed any of your lockdown rules? I've been saying very similar things, annoyingly, over the last week in my videos about the government. Do subscribe. We're going to do what the government says, but it's hypocritical for them to say one thing and then do the other. Simple as that, right? CANDACE Owen has replied, thought America was bad. UK journalist, Piers Morgan, journalists, are trying to get a man fired, top aide of the Prime Minister, for going to see his parents whilst having the coronavirus. In what godless totalitarian nightmare do we give the government permission to punish people for seeing their moms and dads? Appalling, disgusting, Gestapo media. I mean, you should really be a big fan of the Gestapo, seeing as your views in the past there, Candice. I've basically had you up to about there on your thoughts on Hitler, but this is basically showing that grifters, whose entire job seems to be finding a headline and then reacting to simply the headline and nothing else, not reading any of the article, but manipulating the headline often to suit your worldview so you can pander to an audience. And Candice has gone one step further, right? Instead of reading anything beyond a headline, she hasn't even read the full fucking tweet that Piers Morgan sent. It's obvious to anybody that a man or any person who is ill with the coronavirus should stay indoors and away from people, especially, let's say, older people like his own fucking parents who may have underlying health conditions for all we fucking know. It's a pretty open and shut case, this, isn't it? But Candice has an audience to pander to, an audience who don't like wearing masks, who think maybe this is some kind of conspiracy theory related to mobile phones somehow, even though it's a fucking virus. In conclusion, when you're pandering to really dumb, thick simpletons, right, you need to show them that you're at their level of intelligence. And that's exactly what grifters do on a day-to-day basis. Do subscribe, because we're going to be talking more about individual grifters and their techniques, culminating with something I've been wanting to do for months, which is the Tim Pool Challenge. Me trying to watch several days or maybe even weeks of just Tim Pool videos and reacting to them. What have I let myself in for? Until next time, laters betas.